Are you down with this, or are you advocating his death? This is suicide. You feel me? So I wrote a message in there like, man, enough is enough. Kill Apple Ginger. And man, they tortured me in that chat. I got the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? They tortured me. I came through. They think Brother Polight don't drink Kill Apple Ginger in the hood. And I had the same results he had online. So I'm like, yo, why won't we encourage this brother? He's gifted. He got money, he got great opportunity. Why we won't encourage him to drink something so he can detox? You feel me? So anytime you see a black man take medicine that he knows shouldn't be mixed up with soda and smoke weed on top of it, he's asking for his way out. Anytime you see a black man creating so much trouble around himself, he's asking for a way out. But suicide hurts. Let me tell you about suicide. The only reason many of us don't commit suicide because it would hurt. So we try to do different forms of suicide, like agitate people so hopefully they can kill us. Because suicide hurts. So maybe we can smoke cigarettes out of this life. Or maybe we can sip on lean out of this life. But we just don't want to jump off the building. We're not built like that. White people special. We not built like that. They love the pain. Imagine I survive after 10-story drop. This is a different group of people. We some scary ass people. I don't know why we think we gangsters. We not no gangsters. We some scary ass people. We ain't gangsters. We done been banging on a good house later. Leonardo DiCaprio gave me doubt, like, you don't know what you're doing being a slave master. Over here educating, you know, the Negroes got a portion of their brain that makes them submissive. I'm like, yo, that's some deep shit. But that ain't the slave master, he's an idiot. He ain't played a good role. Samuel on the other end, I know people like him. That's what really was hurting me. I know a nigga like that. I remember one of them lifetimes I was getting killed over and over because I was ejaculating in the soup of my slave master. Your ass was the one telling on me. You was a master dog. I tell you, boy, I would love to be in the house. Go out in glory. I would be over here cracking up, telling all the other slaves, you about to eat that. Make my day just think about it. If I could travel in time right now, I'll load up on Dr. Sadie Herbs and I'll be all over the place and everybody shoot me. I'll be all over. I would be ODing. Pardon me. I'm a little ratchet. The slavery make me ratchet when I think about it. If they ever create a time machine, I'm going back to the 1400s, to the 1500s, to the 1600s. I'm catching so much wreck. I'm not killing the slave master, I'm torturing him. I will give him video technology in the past so he can see how much times he was drinking from my nuts. I'll do a selfie too while he's drinking from my nuts. Part of it, family. It's just how slavery makes me feel sometimes. So, we have time cells and space cells. Time cells in the hippocampus, A New Dimension for Mapping Memories by Howard Eschenbach. Recent studies have revealed the existence of hippocampal neurons that fire at successive moments to temporarily structure experiences. Several studies have shown that such temporal coding is not attributed to external events, specific behaviors or spatial dimensions of an experience. Instead, these cells represent the flow of time in specific memories and have therefore been dubbed time cells. The firing properties of time cells parallel those of hippocampal place cells. Time cells thus provide an additional dimension that is integrated with spatial mapping. Here we go, very important. The robust representation of both time and space in the hippocampus suggests a fundamental mechanism for organizing the elements of experience into coherent memories. So we got time cells deal with chronology, and space cells activate an environment called spatial mapping. Very important. Now we're going to go into epigenetics. And here, right here, this is very important. It says, early in the development genes are poised. The runners in the starting blocks, ready to jump to action. In a different cell, only 10 to 20% of the genes are active. Different sets of active genes make a skin cell different from a brain cell. Environmental signals such as diet and stress can trigger changes in gene expression. Epigenetic flexibility is also important for forming new memories. Let's do this again. Environmental signals such as diet and stress can trigger changes in gene expression. Epigenetic flexibility is also important for forming new memories. Now, this is a nice little expensive book called The Epigenome, where it lets you know that information gets dumped into your DNA from your ancestor, from your most immediate ancestor. It makes plenty sense, because if I sit here and I start smoking cigarettes, good Lord, next thing you know, I got cancer trait in me. My child's child has life, and next thing you know, they have cancer. And now we're at almost 200 years from the time I used to exist. 200 years later, my daughter has a child that later has a child. And that child winds up with cancer. And you know the first thing they say to that child? Is there a history of cancer in your family? They say, yeah, Brother Polight was smoking cigarettes. Now, you know, I'm in my grave. These cats still blaming me for shit. It's 200 years later. Give it up. I done messed up already in my lifetime. But that's what they do. They go, oh, they start dry snitching on your great-grandparents. Oh yeah, you know, he's the one that put the trait there from his activities. So what does that tell you? That tells you that if we can inherit the bad of our ancestors, we can inherit the good. But they don't ever say, do you got a history of mathematicians in your family so we can provoke that part of your DNA and bring it to the surface? Do they ever say that? No, they don't. They say, do you got a history of neuroscientists in your family so we can provoke that part of your DNA? I should say invoke. So we can invoke that part of your DNA? They don't do that either. No, black people can only inherit the bad from their ancestors. We can get cancer because of our ancestors, and we can get diabetes because of our ancestors, but we certainly can't get the math gene or the science gene. Is there a history of mumble rap in your family? Well, actually, yeah, 2 generations back. I'm afraid you got it. It's been triggered by potatoes. See, this is what we're dealing with. They want to give us half-truths. So now I'm of the conscious, where I'm like, I'm going to invoke higher conscious and not provoke DNA conscious that will offset disease. So the other premise we have to realize is if there can be a history of a cancer in your family or diabetes in your family that you can get from someone that existed 200 years ago, then it tells you that that person still exists in you 200 years later. What the heck is a trait? These are some very fancy words they're using. So the person who died 200 years ago has a trait in you that's still active. So you got it from me, even though you didn't come from me and the person that you came from didn't come from me either. But you got it from me. We're just going to skip all the people in between us and you're going to say you got it from me. But then, why don't you just call the trait reincarnation? Why are you just going to call it reincarnation? Why don't you say, oh, he still exists in you today. Your ancestor's still in you right now. And you can take the good from your ancestor, you can take the bad from your ancestor. So when you study epigenetics, you learn if you're subject to similar circumstances. If you study and you realize you're subject to similar circumstances, as in the case of, say, alcoholism. Let's say your father was an alcoholic and he only started drinking when he lost his wife, your mother, and he lost his job. And he got overwhelmed and he started drinking, which was the gateway drug for him to start smoking. And then here you are. You got his trait. Wink, wink. That's what they call it. You got his trait. And you're madly in love with this woman. But you don't understand your history, your most immediate history. So you don't know, when I'm stressed, let me make sure I definitely don't drink anything. You don't say to yourself, when I'm stressed, let me make sure I definitely don't drink anything. Why? Because if I do, I'll be inclined to follow the same path as my ancestor. Because when Daddy lost his wife that he was in love with, he drank excessively. And so if I lose my wife and I suddenly start getting this craving to drink, the craving doesn't belong to me. Because I wasn't designed to self-destruct in the first place. So this craving has reawakened someone that experienced a similar circumstance, and now they're trapped in earth through me, and I got a freedom through coming out of a bad habit. Or I can keep them in prison by engaging the bad habit. So I can sit here and say, you know what? Yeah, let me just get a little drink. I don't even know why all of a sudden I'm craving this. And then you know what? The drink becomes your friend. It helped me get rid of the pain. But you're not just suffering the pain that belonged to you. You're suffering the pain that belonged to Daddy. And you're suffering the pain that belongs to whoever Daddy got it from, if it didn't start with him. So the pain you feel when sometimes you look at people and you say, man, why are you taking it so bad? Because you're taking in the burden of not just your lifetime, but several others. And they're all trying to live through you through that one moment that you subjected yourself to because you indulged in the emotion too long. Y'all walking with me?
Yeah.
So now we study the Holocaust survivors. Don't let it distract you. Just want you to get in tune with what I'm talking about. So you study the Holocaust survivors find trauma passed on to children's genes. New finding is clear example in humans of the theory of epigenetic inheritance, the idea that environmental factors can affect the genes of your children. Genetic changes stemming from trauma suffered by Holocaust survivors are capable of being passed on to their children. The clearest sign yet that one person's life experience can affect subsequent generations. The conclusion from research team at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital, led by Rachel Yehuda, stems from the genetic study of 32 Jewish men and women who had either been interned in a Nazi concentration camp, witnessed or experienced torture, or who had to hide during the Second World War. They also analyzed the genes of their children, who are known to have increased likelihood of stress disorders, and compared the results with Jewish families who were living outside of Europe during the war. The gene changes in the children could only be attributed to Holocaust exposure in the parents, said Yehuda. So we take that and we say, wow, we have evidence that trauma can be inherited. This is DNA. This is memory. This is time cells and space cells. That's all that meant prior. That there's a login and there's a recording for events and circumstances that you are subject to, that your children by default will be subject to upon the stimulus of the same circumstance or event. But now we have to talk about the food, because remember, it says certain genes can be activated through certain foods. So what if you need a genetic colonic? What if? It's like, you know, the colonic gives you something, flushing out a bunch of toxins violently out of your system. I say we need a genetic colonic, because you have people swimming in your gene pool that hate you. If you're identifying with being who you are, and your people were oppressed and raped, not for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but for 100, 200, 300, 400 plus years, then chances are you got the DNA consciousness of someone who hates how you look. So you may look in the mirror and say, oh man, this hair look good, but it just needs to be a little straight. You look black, but you're looking through the eyes of someone that's not black because of the consciousness. You say, man, this nose too big. Needs to be a little more slender. Because they got something called cellular memory phenomena, CMP, and that says or stipulates that a person can receive someone's organ, and the organ recipient, 1/3 of all organ recipients adopt the personality or the memory of the person who gave him the organ. So if that be the case, what about semen? What about the adulterated sperm? What about the white man imposing his will on black people forcibly, black women for 1, 2, 3, 400 years? What about that? What about that? What are we going to do with that situation? See, that becomes very tricky. What will we do with that situation? When you have, as part of your consciousness is you, and the other part of your consciousness is against you. Oh, you know what? You first got to establish who are you. What part of you do you want to deal with? You want to deal with the one that was oppressing people that look like you? Or do you want to deal with the part of you that looks like you and oppress yourself in the process? See, this is when you have conflicting genes. It's called conflicting genes. You found it? It's called conflicting genes. And that's what we're suffering from. We're going to go to this next slide. This is some very important info, man. Actually, y'all walk with me. Hold my hand. Very important. Because this is how we get to the basis of what's going wrong with the people. And we understand that we fighting people. People like, man, I can't believe black people. I believe black people. It's just a lot going on inside of the bodies that we purport to be black. We can't address what's going on in the world today on the race construct. And people get mad at me. They're like, oh man, no, because they want to hold on to racism. It don't belong to you. It never was yours. You can't control it. You can't own it. You ain't give birth to it. Leave it alone. It got introduced to you when you recognize people who don't live where you live at. And when they took you and brought you somewhere else you never lived at. This got introduced to you. You can never own it because you're not the father or the mother of it. So I say race is a construct. It is to cause confusion because you got people walking around here just thinking, if I look at you, I know who you are. That's not true today. It's 2017. Now some white folk gonna pass a black DNA test better than some very dark brothers. It's gonna happen. So maybe if we could go back 1,000 years and we see a white man, get the fuck out of here. We gotta bounce. They're crazy. I agree with that sentiment 1,000 years ago. Looks like a ghost. Let's get out of here. But now we're in 2017 with all the miscegenation, the interbreeding. We just gotta, we all gotta cleanse at this particular point. There's been a lot of things introduced to us that simply doesn't belong to us. And now we just gotta deal with the reality that we may not all be exactly who we would like to think we are. And once we come to terms with that, then we can actually start improving. We can start making progress. True story. So, gene food consistency. I know all the right reasons to hate other races, particularly white folks, but then I've learned if you hate people, you don't really bring about change. You hate a situation, you bring about change. You're just looking for an excuse not to hate the white man. Hate him. I don't see you getting us out of poverty no time soon. Knock yourself out. If hating people got me out of poverty, I'd be the biggest hater around. It's not true. I hated the situation I was in that got me out of the community I used to live in. Point blank period. I was hating white people, I was stuck in there with other people hating white people, and we grew frustrated because none of us had no money for the revolution. And every gun we're gonna kill the cracker with, we have to purchase from the cracker. Like, what kind of maniac science is that? It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I really figured it out. Once I got to step 2, immediately after 1, I realized I gotta change the strategy. We like to play make-believe. But 5 years from now, the same people be talking the same thing and mad at everyone that's progressive. You just got to be more practical with this situation, right? However, what we must bear witness to, and this is where people are like, man, you're racist. No, 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 no. Tell the truth. You hate us. No, I don't. It doesn't serve me no purpose. If it did, I would definitely hate you. It serves me no purpose. I have no choice but to just live with the fact you live. It happens. But you're not going to tell me you don't have the consciousness of your ancestors. But I got to also say that my people also have the consciousness of your ancestors. There's almost fair ground now with all the raping that's been taking place. So now this is what we're going to do. Let's look at something like sickle cell. Because disease, like I said earlier, if disease could talk and walk, it will upload videos and say negative things about other black people. If cancer could walk and talk, it would be on YouTube right now cursing me out. If cancer or diabetes can walk and talk, it would be uploading videos right now talk about me. Because that's a sickness after a while. And you don't like showing a video too. You don't like someone? Maybe 5, 10. But in the same day, them is getting weird. For 8 hours, 10 hours, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 10 minutes, 9, hello, woke up 9 a.m., doing 1:40 p.m. After a while, we're like, hold on. But this is a dis-ease. People are uncomfortable. Why you don't get back at them? Can't do that. Can't get back at them, because if I knew someone had cancer, I would have smacked the hell out of them. If I knew someone had diabetes, I wouldn't kill them. You know why? Because they're sick. So when people are sick, what do? We gotta see if we can cure it. If we can't cure it, we treat it, and then we also definitely need to know if it's contagious. So hatred for your own people can be very contagious. And once you get caught up in that, then you gotta do videos back and forth. You gotta keep banging on it. And you say, how come you ain't responding? Oh no, that shit is contagious. That's the contagious disease. Once you start saying negative things about your own people, you can't stop. It's a disease. Don't want to be part of that. Contagious. It feels good while you're doing it. But then when you're done, you feel drained. And the only way to be revived is to do it again, knowing it's going to drain you. And then to be revived again, knowing it's going to drain you. Until it kills you. Or you kill somebody else. It makes you a parasite. You behave like what is inhabiting your body. You start thriving